Let's delve a little further into Game 3 between the Warriors and Lakers. Series shifted to L.A. Saturday, tied at a game apiece. LeBron James got off to a slow start, didn't have a single bucket or a shot attempt in the first quarter, in the first 9 minutes of play. First time he hasn't attempted a shot in the first quarter of a playoff game. And Bronny has seen better from his dad. 5:30 left in the second quarter, Lakers down 5. James spinning and winning. First bucket of the game, part of a massive Lakers run. A minute later, Lakers down 1. James knocking down the 3. Lakers take the lead up 2. 2:30 left in the quarter. They're starting to run away with it. D'Angelo Russell with 21 points. James accounted for 14 points in the Lakers' 30-8 run to end the first half. Third quarter, over that point, he was warmed up. Able to spin off Dante DiVincenzo, go by Jordan Poole. He had 11 points in the third quarter. 21 points, 8 assists. After a slow start, he helps the Lakers win it 127-97. Take a 2-1 lead as James gets the block on Jordan Poole. Impressed his coach.
That's just who he has to be. That's who he's been and who he has to be this time of the year. That's why he's a champion. You see a guy like that in year 20, obviously first ballot Hall of Famer. Top 5 dead or alive ever to play in the NBA. And to see him doing the little things like that, just a screen and him pushing the pace, him finding teammates, him defending, rebounding, it makes it easier to get these other guys to do it.
So we told you about the slow start, but then he picked it up. 5 for 6 for 18 points in transition, the most for him since ESPN began tracking that statistic in the 13-14 season. Still dangerous on the break in his 20th season. Let's talk about Game 3 some more with Jalen Rose, who's with us in studio. Jalen's second game in a row we've seen extended, let's not call it garbage time, let's call it reserve minutes as the game got away from one team. Lakers dominated this one. How'd they do it?
They did, and if the Warriors wanted to take a word away from this game, it will be foul.
Okay.
Because they had personal ones, technical ones, flagrant ones, offensive ones, defensive ones. They were a frustrated basketball team. They looked out of character, didn't look like one of a composed squad that has won 4 championships. And give the Lakers credit on their home floor. In particular, D'Angelo Russell getting them off to a very good start, knocking down threes, making plays offensively. Anthony Davis was terrific, not only changing shots, blocking shots, scoring the ball, grabbing boards, giving intensity. But how about LeBron James? Second quarter, third quarter, the 38-year-old in his 20th season making hustle plays, scoring in transition, exciting the crowd, showing leadership, and also their coaching staff. Because you nurture players like Walker. You give him minutes when Austin Reeves is struggling, and now all of a sudden these last couple of games has paid off for you.
The Warriors talk about it. Steve Kerr talks about it. Steph Curry talks about it. It's always the one thing they look at on the stat sheet more than anything else, turnovers. In addition to the fouls, they're loosey-goosey with the ball. They know it, but why can't they fix it?
And you got to give the Lakers a lot of credit, getting deflections and getting out in transition, not allowing the Golden State Warriors to set up their offense. The Lakers also got to the free throw line multiple times in this game. They were pounding the paint. They were playing aggressive, and that caused those turnovers. And, of course, the Golden State Warriors did have a lot of careless plays and a lot of unforced turnovers, but at the same time, it was all about the Lakers' effort.
All right, so not a must-win for the Warriors in Game 4, but a really need to win in Game 4. What are the adjustments they have to make?
I'm anticipating a long series. And anytime your shots aren't falling, the first thing you have to do is just play harder. Okay. Work the game. And I anticipate Steph Curry is going to talk to his teammates about that. I anticipate Klay Thompson is going to respond. But they're going to need other offensive weapons, in particular a guy like Jordan Poole to have a big game. Draymond Green to stay out of foul trouble. Looney to grab every rebound like he's been doing at different points of this postseason. JaMychal Green make plays. Andrew Wiggins had a big-time dunk, but they're going to need him to have a big-time game if they're going to win on the road.
For now, it's the Lakers up 2-1 with another home game coming up Monday right across the street. Jalen, always learn something when I do a second.
Mad Dog, was last night's loss a bad sign for the?
Yeah, I think it was. I picked the Golden State to win a series on the radio prior to. I said in 6 games. I was wondering about the age for LeBron, Davis's health. But I love what I saw of the Lakers last night. They obviously had a very good second half. They withstood a late charge. You know, they got a big layup out of D'Angelo Russell. They got to get enough offense outside of Davis. LeBron's not going to give you 40 points, so they got to have the Russells and the Reeves score enough points. That's a factor for him. But, geez, I think that Golden State, I mean, they made, as you said, 21 threes. I think Thompson played well. Stevie didn't. I don't know what J.J. thought about him. Poole played well. I mean, listen, Curry wasn't as dominant as he was, obviously, in the Sacramento series because they sort of double-teamed him. But I think the Warriors are in big trouble. And plus the fact they can't play Looney in the second half because they got Davis, so they take him out of the game. They fall behind, so they take out a big rebounder. I think they're in trouble. I can see the Lakers winning the series in 6 games.
Yeah. Any loss in the playoffs is a bad sign, but I still think the Warriors can come back and win the series. I want to show you a screenshot of the Lakers' defense against the Warriors' starting 5, because this is an important point about this series. 2 non-shooters on the floor right here with Kevon Looney and Draymond Green. Look where Jared Vanderbilt is guarding Steph Curry. Look at Austin Reeves top blocking. That's a top block. Not allowing him to come off the screen, forcing him down into the paint with Anthony Davis. So Anthony Davis, LeBron James, they're going to be in a help position. D'Angelo Russell off the body in a help position. All right? So if you're going to play 2 non-shooters, this is the way they're going to guard. They're not going to allow Steph Curry and Klay Thompson to come off screens. They're going to force them down into the paint. It's interesting. I played against this defense all the time. Brooklyn guarded me this way in round 1, 2018. Prior to that, in our second to last regular season game, we played Milwaukee. That's how Bud and the Bucks guarded me. Who was the Bucks assistant coach? It was Darvin Ham. Like, this is the way to guard them when Steph and Klay are off the ball. So what's the adjustment? You got to play small. They had success in the fourth quarter. They went on that 14-0 run when they were small and Poole was in the game. And the other point is, look, let's just let Steph Curry dance a little bit more. That was the third least amount of ball screens that the Warriors have ran this season. And when they did run them, even with Davis as the screener's defender, they had a lot of success. Give him the basketball and play off of him. Too much of him getting off the ball. This is a series where he's got to have the ball in his hands.
I 1,000% agree with you, J.J. Redick. Put the ball in Steph Curry's hands. Let him do his thing and let everybody feed off of him, because when he's off the ball, you're looking at Laker defenders that aren't even looking at the game. They're not even looking at play. They keep their eyes on him. They don't let him out of their sights. They're switching when necessary to make sure there's a contested body in his face at all times, giving him no reason to breathe. And even though Steph Curry is in phenomenal shape and better than most, if not all, and is constantly moving, the fact is you're asking a lot of him when the other guys aren't able to make things happen, because obviously if he's trying to get loose just to get the basketball and other guys aren't doing what they're supposed to be doing, it's problematic. The fact that Steph Curry could have the ball in his hands, it keeps everybody's head on a swivel, and it's a better shot of Klay and of Jordan Poole getting more open shots because of the preoccupation on Steph Curry. That is what you do, and you have to go small in order to do it. They need to go back to what they did in games 3 and 4 against Sacramento and beyond in terms of whether it's Draymond or whether it's Looney. One of them coming off the bench, you've got to go small, because if you're pushing the ball and you're pushing the pace, Anthony Davis ain't going to be able to give you 45 minutes. He'll have to come out just to breathe, to get some oxygen. And when he does that, obviously that'll put the Lakers in a better position. The Warriors in a better position to capitalize. That's what you need to do. You need to go small, and you need to put the ball in Steph Curry's hands, because you don't have the size to go big and challenge Anthony Davis and LeBron and the Lakers that way. You have to go small and put the ball in Steph Curry's hands.